Hello everybody, I am the Vision of Chaos and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem. In today's chapter we're going to do chapter 27. I was getting interrupted by Nino, but yeah, we're going to do Lloyd's chapter in today's video. And we're going to do, the Shrine of Seals and everything else. And that is basically it. And this is being post-commentated because I didn't feel like commentating at the time. I was mass recording this like a few days ago, and when I came to this chapter I didn't feel like, I needed to rest my voice. And basically I didn't commentate over it. And then I basically stopped for a little while, and I continued after work, so I'm editing now this like a week later. So in today's chapter we're going towards the Shrine of Seals, and what waits us at the Shrine of Seals, I am not sure actually why we need to go there. Lodato said that we needed to go there, but other than that we have no indication of what is there or what we actually need to do there. But I'm sure we'll find it out. We'll find what it is eventually. But this is a long chapter, There's just so many units in this map, and there will spawn more units even. And the objective of this map is to kill all the enemies. So yeah, that's why it's so troublesome. Because yeah, there are so many units to kill, as you can see. Like 40 units to kill. Also, Hector apparently has an hand axe, but it doesn't really matter since he can 100% hit with the hand axe, so he never misses. Look at what these black fang idiots do against Hector. 0-0-0. I mean, he can't hit, he can't damage, he cannot critical. Even if he could critical, he wouldn't do any. He wouldn't even hit, and even if he would hit, he wouldn't do any damage. That's insane, man. Hector, you're insane. You're insane, Hector. You're insane. Also, I like the critical hit. It's like he's throwing a shuriken, like he's a ninja and he's throwing a shuriken with his hand. All these bow units I'm going to let Lyn and Farina. Farina's here, Lyn is on the other side. I have them supported, I don't even let them stay near to each other. But I will in the final chapter, where I will let people be near to each other, who are, now supposed to be near to each other. Yeah, Geats can help Lyn progress and kill these units. Geats, kill them all. Yes. I just brought Geats in this chapter because, like I said, this is a chapter that has so many units to kill, and Lyn can use the backup. I'm just letting her and him kill these units on the right side, which aren't that many. There aren't that many units on the right side, so round the outside, round the outside. Guess who's back again? It is the Vision of Chaos with Fire Emblem. That rhymes, sort of. Somewhat. No, it doesn't, but whatever. No one really cares. So how have you guys been doing? I will be glad when I'm actually finishing this LP and I've been like recording this, so I could finish this like maybe in October or maybe in November. I will probably finish around in November. I've been also making a lot of bonus episodes for these videos, because there's a lot of content to cover that I want to cover, and I will not cover all the the conversations between people, because that would take too much time. You know, that is a conversation with Linus, with what is his name again? What's the hurricane's name? What's the other thief's name? Legault? Legault, and I don't bring Legault ever. Or he has a conversation with Elwood and that sort of stuff. You can look that up if you really want to know what he says against those things, and even Linus has those lines against other people. Although I couldn't find the lines for Linus, strangely enough. I did find all the lines for Lloyd, because Lloyd apparently is the most done version of this map, because there's an exact same version of this map with Linus. I don't know if you already watched it or not. You probably have, but there's a split in the timeline basically, where you have you can either destroy Lloyd or Linus first in chapter 4, Fang Defense. But if you want to know about that, then you have to go back and watch the 4 Fang Defense videos, which is the White Wolf and the Mad Dog. Those episodes are called, you know, the White Wolf and the Mad Dog. You can check them if you want. This, however, is 4 Fang Defense, and I don't know what this video is called because I didn't name it yet. Lynn can take care of these idiots with a bow, as you can see. Although she does seem to be getting hit, she doesn't have a high evade with when she has the bow equipped, which I noticed. She has a higher evade when she has a sword equipped. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's because it's ranged weapons. I'm unsure about that. Also, this unit just ran instead of attacking. Maybe he wanted to go back into the fortress and try to heal himself. That would be weird for the AI to do. That would be something weird for the AI to be like, hey, go back and heal yourself. Also, I will end up not doing that because, because I know for a fact that the ballista will most likely attack, and I'm going to try and see if I can take care of the ballista, but I can't. So yeah, that's what I was calculating the risk of letting Nino stay where she is, but I'm going to eventually move her. Also, critical hit for Farina. Farina is my highest level unit. She's level 14. Although we're getting there close. I mean, if you're only using a limited amount of units, all the units eventually just, you know, get massive levels, so. Like I've said, I'm not training Nino. That other video you saw, that was just a bonus video of Nino killing, or almost killing Sonia, or just attacking Sonia. I didn't want, you know, to show her killing her, but it doesn't really matter because I already shown it. I already shown how you kill Sonia, or how I kill Sonia at least. I'm going to do something similar with this version. There's basically going to be 2 episodes where I make it up towards Linus here, and once I make it Lloyd. Once I make it to Lloyd, I will kill Lloyd in this episode, but in the next episode, you know, that's where when I kill Lloyd, that's when the second episode will end. So this one is just me trying to kill units as much as possible. Oswin, just axe to the face, just kill them all, show them your raw power of the axes to the face. I love my units, you know. It's weird to say, but you know, now that I train them so much, I mean, Urk and Dart and Raven and, you know, Hector and maybe even Elwood are just so good units. I don't think Elwood is that a good unit, but he will get better. He will get his time in the sun, in the spotlight, in the sunshine. Like a flower, like a pretty flower waiting to blossom, no. Also, I had once a run through when I did this and where I messed up and I brought Ninian into this chapter, and basically Ninian died in this chapter, and apparently she can die in this chapter without you getting a game over. If she's not a required unit, she can just die. When she's just like a regular unit, she can die. However, you don't get anything when she dies, even if you have full support. There's a reason why I'm, you know, having a support with Ninian and Elwood. It's because that's how you get the special ending, and apparently if you let Ninian die at any point, you don't get the special ending, even though, you know, she will just you will get the normal ending apparently if you let Ninian die, even if she has a high support rank with Elwood. And there's not much change between the normal ending and the special ending, so I will just except for that you get an epilogue when you get the special ending. With the normal ending it just ends, and with the special ending you get an entire epilogue. And that's why I'm doing the special ending, so we get the epilogue. I'm not doing the normal ending because it doesn't really matter, it's just the same. I will point out the difference when we get there. And we're almost getting there, I mean, what is it? 3 or 4 more chapters of this game after this one, you know. We get the Elwood chapter is after this one. Then we get another chapter where before, you know, the final chapters. Then we get one chapter where we can basically buy weapons if we want to, and, you know, train up a unit if we also want to, but you only get like 5 turns to do so. Then we get the level before the final level, and then we get a final level. Yeah, that's how it goes. So look forward to that. Oh, you're trying to hit Jafar, but Jafar doesn't want you to be hit, and Farina doesn't want to be hit either. Easel! Ooh, Hector, you can evade, okay. You can even kill this guy. I think your hand axe broke now. Did it? Yes, it did. I was paying attention. Somewhat. I just find it funny that I can just walk into and I can put any unit of mine into a massive group of enemies, except maybe for Elwood, and they will survive, and that's what I like about this, that they are now classed up, and, you know, even though you should have classed up units by now, they're just plowing through them, you know. It's just, you know, making mincemeat out of all these units. Will, why don't you take care of this guy? Yeah. Level up. That's a crappy level, man. That's a really crappy level. But yeah, as you can see, even if we kill all the units, they'll just keep spawning. There will more enemies will spawn, so there are a whole lot of units. I think like 50 units in this map, if you count all the ones that spawn. I think actually a little bit more. I think about 60. So yeah, double of what you get in the beginning. It's like I think 50 or 60 is like it's the proper estimate of units. In what measurement is that? In units? I don't know, I find that funny. There's something about that Oswin is a wall with an axe, I mean, and he uses a chain. I don't know what it is with generals, but I like their animation. I mean, they're just so cool, even if they, you know, there with the lance, or I believe in some games they even can use swords. I believe in the next game that you get Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, you can also use swords, but in this game they can't. They can only use lances and axes. There's something about them that just makes it, you know, their animation really looks like it has impact. Also, there's no battle animation for battling the Ballistae. Ballistae? Yeah, Ballista. Ballistas. Or yeah, I think Ballistae is the correct. Whatever. Speak English, man. Speak English. Even Jafar leveled up. Jafar is also, you know, a backup unit. Because I don't have many units trained, and, you know, Geet and Jafar are just, you know, units that you can bring, and even Harken and Carol, there are units that you can bring and they will stand their own even through the last chapters of the game, basically. No, Frina, I do not want you to use the Brave Lance yet. I'm going to preserve the Brave Lance for the final chapter. I may use it you know, I may use it somewhat, but I'm not going to overuse it, because it's a very good weapon. And I'm actually, you know, a bit, conservative with my weapons? Which should be prominent, since I still have, you know, the main weapons of each lord. Which you shouldn't have at this point anymore, if you're playing the game. But you know, that's like the, I don't know if that's the sign of a seasoned Fire Emblem player, that they don't overuse the Lord weapons. Because Lord weapons are, you know, powerful, and they can be used to kill bosses easily. So normally it would be that not using them as much to kill, you know, bosses and such. That's a sign for a veteran Fire Emblem player. Not that I really went easy on the bosses or anything, or took any chances with any of the bosses in this run. I mean, except for maybe the chapter Loves and Meat, which you know, which I had to do over. There are like 2 or 3 chapters, like when I started Elwood's story, before we get Lynn, basically, where I had to redo some of the parts. But after I get Lynn, usually my units are strong enough to survive everything that throws at them. It's just the beginning chapters of Elwood and the beginning chapters of Hector, where my units aren't as leveled. That's usually what I have the most trouble with. Over anything else, of course, but once my units are leveled a bit, and they are on par with the enemy units, then everything is okay. And that's why usually the earlier game for me is a little bit harder than the late game. Because late game I usually have, you know, these great units that can just kill everyone. And usually...
Here they come again, those Lycian nobles. I'd love to take them on, but Prince Ethel insisted it was they who saved them. What's this world coming to?
And I think it's actually used to be the... It needs to be the other way around, but you know... It's for me it's like you know, when you play a Pokemon game, I have more trouble when my Pokemons aren't leveled than when my Pokemons are leveled, because when my Pokemons, you know, are evolved and leveled and, you know, have good movesets, that is usually when I start to get into the game, and usually when things start, you know, to get interesting for me. Let's do this. Nino, attack. So yeah, the other thing is Veda will appear here in this chapter, and we can actually recruit her by talking to her in with Ellerwood. Although her posse doesn't join, so you will have to take heed of her other Wyvern knights, because they don't join as she joins. There are Fire Emblem games that do that you get. I think, yeah, the GameCube Fire Emblem games, they do that when you have enemy troops and you can recruit that certain enemy troop, the posse they are with usually turns into green units as well. They did that in the GameCube versions, yes. In GameCube Fire Emblems. Hector, Helplin, I don't know. Oswin, sure, take care of this bow dude. Also, a thing I want to notice is that this RNG Fire Emblem is really, you know, somewhat bullshit. Because, you know, sometimes your enemy units hit while they have almost no chance of hitting. And sometimes I notice you also miss when you have like a 90% chance of hitting. I've noticed that now, that normally I don't have that issue, where the RNG is, you know, broken to the fact that you don't hit anyone even though you have like over a 90% chance of hitting. But yeah, I noticed that now when trying to record the bonus content, or yeah, bonus content. So added content, not bonus videos, but you know, things that are going to be posted with these episodes. If it's something very short, then I don't think it deserves a bonus episode, and that's why I just put it in. Like for example, Linus thing. I'm not going to cover Linus map because it's exactly the same as this one, except for the fact that Linus is in it, and then you get Linus's lines. But yeah, I'm just going to show Linus's lines instead of, you know, showing everything. Because that would be tedious. That would not be, you know, it wouldn't be very good for me, or you, or anyone else for that matter. So we're coming close up to the end of this episode. I'm actually going to end it here somewhat. Drew Kane is level 11. And with this turn is over, the episode is also over. And I will see you guys again in the next episode I hope you enjoyed it, even though I only talked about stuff that you don't really need to know about. In the next episode, we'll finish off the next half of this map and finish off Lloyd the White Wolf.